Stop, camera. Stop. Or there you go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it going. Um, I don't know. I don't even remember what I talked about last time. I usually just talk about shit I see on the internet or what happens to me in life. Last night, I got paid to like pretty much do nothing. At my job, I actually have a 9 to 5. Unlike a lot of you people, I actually got a fucking 9 to 5. You know the people that piss me off the most that don't have a 9 to 5? Because it's cool if you don't have a 9 to 5. Maybe you're a stay at home mom and you receive assistance, and that's fine. Maybe your husband works and he helps you out with the rest of what the government can assist you with. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But it's the OnlyFans girls, the ones that think that somebody's gonna pay fucking $75 fucking dollars to see them naked. And I'm like, fuck out of here. I could buy a bag of fucking weed and go to the bar and smoke some fucking hoes up and see some titties for free, like kick rocks. And then you pay the fucking 75 fucking dollars, and then all you get is Instagram pictures. The shit that you could have put this on Instagram as an advertisement. But obviously, like, people aren't that fucking smart. And they wouldn't know how to fucking do an ad if their life fucking depended on it. And I wouldn't know how to stop drinking beer if my life depended on it. I depend on beer. It keeps me alive. What the Piccolo say that one time? I drink water. Like, that's it? Like, you just drink water? You don't eat anything? Like, I just drink water. Like, all right, you survive off water. I mean, that's cool. But no. That's the shit that first off. That's not the first thing that pisses me off. The first thing that pisses me off is this fucking thing that's going on, that has been going on for as long as fucking history has been recorded. And it's this shit with wars and invasions. And it's like, what is the fight about? I never really got it. It's always over somebody's color or over some land. Like, you do realize that the earth is earth, right? And all the land, for the most part, is, well, most of the earth is 68%. I don't know. It's something like that. But most of the earth is covered in water. But we could travel by water to connect with each other. So what is the beef? Like, you own this corner of the earth? Like, I never got that. And I just don't get it. But since they have to bring it to that point, what would anyone actually really do? Let's say you let someone in your house and that person starts disrespecting your house. Me personally, I just let them do it. I mean, unless they're trying to like commit crimes inside my house, I'm not gonna stop it. It's just like, all right, I'm gonna go to your house and do the same shit. I hope you respect me as much as I've respected you. You get me? It's like when people speak disrespectfully to other people. Like, me personally, when somebody speaks, let me just elaborate on that. Speaks disrespectfully to me, I'm just like, all right. Oh, you told me to shut the fuck up, right? All right, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But when I need you to shut the fuck up, I hope you have the same fucking respect I had. Because if you don't, then I really don't know what I'll do. I don't care how big you are, how muscular, how many people you got with you. Once you betrayed my respect, then it's on. You know? So usually I come home and watch all these fucking videos. I keep on seeing the cuff boys YNW Melly, his analyst on it, and I watched this video with Johnny Harris. He great video, great fucking video with Johnny Harris, which he dropped a few hours ago, if I'm not mistaken. And he explains how the invasion of Gaza could start a regional war. Great video, because it's on 3 different borders. It's not just the border with Gaza and Israel. It's the border with Israel and Palestine, and the border with Lebanon and Israel, which could involve Iran getting in, and then the United States. They always been in it, world police. Everybody hates the fucking cops, so they've been in it. So they put fucking boats over there by Iran, and if you see like a world map, then you'll see what I'm talking about. There's like not boats, ships, battleships with like huge fucking planes and missiles and all this type of nuclear armed submarines. They got one on the, if you're looking at it from the screen that I'm looking at it at, you got one on the left hand side and one over here on the right hand side. So they got these huge ships where the United States is just like, yeah, we're just gonna keep watch while you motherfuckers fight. It's like the United States are like dog fighters and rooster fighters. You ever heard about the people that fight cocks? Whoa, I take that back. Yeah, but no, I'm not trying to make a joke of it, but like it's like people that fight dogs or fight roosters, cocks and shit. They just sit there and watch. And they just sit there and wait to break it up. And that's what the United States is doing now. And, they try to say like, oh, no, we're influencers and we're influencing this so that they could disarm each other and blase, blase, blue and genocide this and genocide that. And on the one hand, I could understand why the Israelis would feel that way. Like, bro, they attacked us. We already been attacked once where they try to wipe us off the earth. But on the other hand, that doesn't give you the right to wipe. Well, they're not going to wipe all Palestinians off the earth. Like, this is just like a fucking tiny bit. But it still gives you no fucking right to attack these civilians. There's like, what the group Hamas did was terrible. But the Israelis are coming close to amplifying, to being horrific, to war crimes. Like, you get me? They committed an act of terror. You are in the commission of a state. When I say the commission of a state, that means that they are a country, and you, on the behalf of a whole country, are willing to commit an act of terror, which makes your whole country a terrorist group if you support it. They're on the verge of that. And really, there should just be a ceasefire and let the people who are not part of the terrorist group that committed the terror act, let those civilians escape. Stop killing the children. Like, there's no reason for that on both sides, because there's still Hamas supporters or sympathizers who are attacking Israelis and attacking, like, there was videos I think I seen like a week back. There's a video of a plane landing and like some Israelis people, Israelites or whatever you want to call it, they were trying to get off the plane, and the people they came in the plane. Well, they weren't all these, but like a group of people went in a plane looking for particularly Jews. Everybody in Israel is not a Jew. Let me just put it like that. There's Christians, there's Muslims, there's Jews in Israel. It's a country like any other country. There's people of many beliefs. Me personally, I am of the Judaic belief. I believe in the Jewish faith. But I do not support what they're doing. Nor do I support what Hamas did to the Israeli country. This is where people get it twisted. So, I mean, I personally don't get it. I don't see it. Maybe I see it in black and white, purple, green, whatever, RGB, like whatever they call it. Maybe I don't see it. I separate the color and I just don't see what I personally take people for who they are, not where they're from or what they possibly could be, you know. And that's the sad part about most of the, like, 90% of the world. Like, they see it like by ethnicity or by like the race. Most people are white, Asian, black. That's it. That's the three distinctions that I can make. Some people are darker colors, some people are lighter color, and some people are like Asian, like, like Asian or like Indo-Asian. I guess I'll give it 4, but whatever. But like at the end of the day, I don't hold them to be like, if you're Asian, I don't hold you to be like a China supporter. If you're black, I don't call you by the N word with the ER. You know, I don't know. There's a lot to go into that topic. There's not much. Well, there's research that I have done, but there's not much that I want to say on it. I'll talk about it because it's like, it's in the news and I'm just trying to get you guys' opinion. And I would like to see what everybody else thinks, because if you're a fucking racist, I really don't want to be your friend. Also, so I don't know where I was going with that, but like, let's skip the topic. And so, like, I'm at work and, I'm talking to people at work, and one particular person, he's talking about, well, they're talking about a partner who doesn't appreciate them. They've always talked to me about them from when I started working at the job. Young guy, he's younger than me. And, he's cool. Like, I like talking to him. He's cool people. He's pretty smart. And, it's just like the fact, like, how can someone take something and then not appreciate it, but take it because they need it? If you needed it, then you should appreciate it. But at the same time, let's say you're a rich person and you pick up $1. Did you really appreciate that dollar knowing that you had billions? But if you don't have billions and you picked up that dollar, wouldn't you appreciate that? That was my question. So, I mean, the answer that I gave the person is like, everybody loses, like especially when it comes down to like a partner, everybody fucking loses. Your partner's a fucking douchebag, piece of shit, degenerate. They finally step off. You lose that love that you have for that partner. Like, you obviously love that person. That's the reason why you always help that person. But at the end of the day, I think you won because you lost that fucking degenerate. And that degenerate loses, but wins at the same time, because then they won't be looked at as an asshole for taking advantage of the person who was helping them. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can make sense of that. Me, I'm a degenerate. I'm a hip hop degenerate. I sat here earlier talking about degenerates. Matter of fact, I sat here earlier. Rest in peace, K Slay. By the way, I watched an hour and 6 minutes and 42 seconds of Rolling 22 Deep. I remember listening to the first one, Rolling 25 Deep, and I thought, like, wow, did I just sit here and listen to that? But it was really dope. I'm talking about the first one. I didn't listen to the ones in between, because he did like Rolling 50 Deep, Rolling 75 Deep, 100 Deep, 150 Deep. The 200 Deep I liked it. I sat here and listened to it the whole way through. Cool shit. Cool shit. I really appreciate it. And if you're a real hip hop head, you would appreciate it also. I mean, where else can I go? And I've been watching like a bunch of DJ Vlad, right? And I think I mentioned this in all my videos, and now I'm gonna sound like DJ Vlad, but he always mentions the fucking home invasion. Now he got academic talking about home invasions. Like, dude, you guys got almost robbed one time. I actually got robbed and tied up one time. Multiple times, actually. They had guns like fucking AK-47s to my head multiple times, like where I was fucking mugged and robbed. Not mugged. I was literally home. My home was invaded and I got robbed. And these guys make like a joke of it. Like, oh, let's make content out of it. Let's keep on talking about it. Like, it's like DJ Vlad, every interview, he brings it up. And it's like, dude, like, I get it. People have the right to, they should have the right to defend themselves. That's one thing I will agree on about that. But like, you shouldn't keep on bringing this up. I shouldn't keep on bringing that up, but apparently I'm a fucking degenerate and I like drinking beer. What is it to you, asshole? Fix my mic. And then it's like, I recently had a few people who I love. I wouldn't say I love. They're part of me. That's beyond love. Like, they're part of me. My father and my nephew, they both part of me. They passed away, you know, and people play with people's names who pass away. Like, stop playing with them people, man. They pass. They're part of me. Like, what I'm saying is, like, don't play with my father. Don't play with my nephew and shit like that. You got me? And some people just like brush it off, like, or like want to, oh, well, what did they do? Like, oh, well, he was doing that. Like, bro, that's none of your business what they did. They part of me. Like, they here in the flesh with me. If my flesh is still here, they always going to be here. When my kids are here, they're going to be in their flesh. Like, you got me? They always going to be part of them. And people play with people's names. Like, I was watching another interview with Rico Reckless, and he's like, they start talking about security. And matter of fact, this is a good one. Like, would you actually pay for security? Like, if you were like someone who needed security, I don't know who would need security. Like, I'm my own fucking security. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got me? Like, I'm not paying nobody to fucking be my security guard. Like, fuck out of here, kick rocks. Why the fuck would I pay you? Right? Like, why would I pay you? You're gonna fucking run. So this is what Rico Reckless is saying, but then he brings up a person who passed away, his name, and it's like, what was that important to bring up? Well, I was there when he got shot. Me and my security, if I would have been there, I would have defended. Like, his takeoff and Quavo was there. Like, why do you think that you would have defended them more than his own family members? You got me? I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about this fucking society. I was watching Matt Hoffa. He has an interview with where is it at? I'm just trying to figure out the name of the person who he was. Oh, with Joe Budden. Wow, how did I forget that name? He's from Jersey City. I'm from Jersey City. How could I forget that? Bump, bump, bump. But no, they start talking about the guy Kai Sanat or Sanat. I don't know how to. Nobody ever knows how to say that guy's name. Why doesn't, like, whatever. But the fact that he's somewhere in a jail or has been in jail. I don't know when you're watching this video. And so he's making fun of people. He's making fun of prison like it's some type of joke. And there's literally people in prison who will never go home. There's people in prison awaiting their death, their actual death. And he's probably in jail. I don't think he's in prison. I don't think he caught a felony, because to go to prison You need to catch at least one felony. You need to do more than a year. Inciting a riot in New York City, I don't think that gives you a felony. Maybe it does, but you're not getting a year for it, especially if you're like famous and you got good lawyers. Whatever the case, I've been to prison, and that shit is not no joke, man. Like, if you ever been to prison, you know not to play with people. If somebody tells you, yo, I'm about to cut you, or I'm about to shoot you, or somebody says anything crazy like that, if you've been to prison, you know to take that shit serious. You take no words lightly. I know words just float in the air and it's just like it has no actual weight, but you take none of them lightly. If you've been like in jail or in prison, in actual prison, and been there and sat there. So Matt Hoffa asks him, like, have you ever seen the movie Life? How about Eddie Murphy and Bernie Mac? I don't know. I've watched the movie many times. I like it, but I don't know. It's everybody who was there. But like, what about that movie? Weren't like it's a comedy. It's funny, but they actually portray what actually happens in prison. It's not a joke to them. They know people in prison, like me as a prisoner, since I've been a prisoner, I mean, I guess we all been prisoners of something. We've been prisoners of love. We've been prisoners of life, of a job. But no. I don't think you should play around. That's like, I don't know. I wouldn't play around with people from prison, people that actually been to prison. Even me, I wouldn't play around with someone who's been to prison longer than me, because if that person's been to prison longer than me, they got more like hatred for that. And I mean, I guess that brings me back to like racial shit, like the people who were prisoners of racial shit. And I guess I'll have to change my opinion on that. Like, why do they hold it so hard? Now I get it. Yeah, I got it. See, in this one video, I changed my whole opinion about something that I thought. But I mean, for me, it's like, in my hopes, I hope that people will never be prisoners of hatred or racial or if ethnical hatred. Like, you get me? I hope we're not right now. Everybody's free, at least in the United States. I'm not talking on behalf of other countries and everything else, but like at least right here in the United States, we don't really. So like, why does that continue to carry on? Why is that like the fight? Why is that what we're fighting for? Why are we not fighting to get paid more money? Why are we not fighting for people to actually open jobs when they need people? Instead, they're taking advantage of people. Like a person who I know works at a job where he has to work 4 or 5 jobs in one night and produce for 4 and 5 people, when they could just hire people, because there's a bunch of people out here unemployed. But that person has to work them 4 or 5 jobs in that one night within an 8-hour shift and produce for 8 hours for 5 people. That's 40 hours of work in one day. And if you do 5 times 40, let's say let's say that person works 40 hours, and then there's 5 people that worked on 40 hours because he's doing 5 jobs. Then 5, 20 and 2 zeros. That's 200 hours worth of work, or something like that, right? So this guy is working 200 hours worth of work in one night. It might be a girl. It might be a girl or a tranny or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. Whatever. It's a person. It's a person. At the end of the day, everybody are people. Everybody is a person. I don't know. I don't speak correct English or anything like that, so I wouldn't know how to properly say it. But this person works 200 hours worth of work in one night. then times 5, that makes it 1,000 hours worth of work, but only gets paid for one person. I don't know where I was going with that, but apparently I said something before that made sense. That makes sense. But you guys get it because you guys go through it. We all go through it. I go through this shit every night. And there's people out here who could literally feed like a whole country, but they don't do it. They continue to take from that country. And we're all out here paying taxes. Because if I'm one man, right, and let's say there's 360 million people in America, and let's say half of that are adults, 180 million, and half of those, there's 90 million men. There's 90 million men, right, that paid 300, let's say that they all work, they all have a job, and they pay taxes. There's 90, let's just say they all have money to spend. Because at some point because I pay taxes, right? And then I spend my money with somebody else who pays taxes. Even if I didn't pay taxes, that person paid taxes on my money. So some way, somehow, there's tax being brought in, right? And all this tax money is getting sent somewhere where these men are not, they're not there. These men are not there. So they're working, busting their ass for 40 hours a week. And the money's not coming back to us. We just have to pay more and more and more and more. And man, it's your boy Ausareone, man. AKA Smack DBOso, AKA Stop the camera. Stop the camera. Stop the cameras. AKA Osari DiBiase, the $1 million boy. And if you see me walking down the street, cross to the other side, we smacking koofies all motherfucking year round. The Top Shots is a back. And I kick ass like Chuck Norris. For what it's worth, I guess, I don't know which episode. I think this is number 10. This is number 10. I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm going to continue to elaborate on it. I hope it made some sense to some of y'all. If it didn't, kick rocks. I really don't personally care what you think. At the end of the day, we all got to fucking live life. You want to be a fucking racist, then be a fucking racist. Like, you want to hate everybody, then hate everybody. But at the end of the day, when the aliens invade, I'm going to remember you for being a fucking hater. And I'm not defending you. I'm not defending you when you hated on me because of my skin color or my ethnicity, for me being Hispanic. I'm not defending you, bro. And those people who defend those people, bro, I'm not defending y'all neither. Y'all motherfuckers kick rocks. You heard? And it's just for me, like, don't make fun of shit that you never been through. Like, do research. I'm always tell you guys this, like, do fucking research. Do fucking research. Like, before you fucking talk, do fucking research. Because, why? You don't want to sound like a fucking idiot. Especially not amongst a group of fucking stupid people. A lot of people are fucking dumb. You don't want to find, you don't want to find yourself fucking sounding like an idiot amongst fucking idiots. It's not gonna happen. I really don't know what the fuck I was talking about. I'm gonna watch this video again after I'm done recording. Motherfuckers kick rocks. It's your boy Ausareone. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Yeah. Hit me up. Yo, girls, hit me up. Yeah, I do it like